Hey ladies, welcome to my channel. I'm trying out some new stuff for y'all today. So first I'm starting off with my skin already SPF'd. I did that off camera. Now I'm going in with my Smashbox photo finish primer. This is my favorite. I love it, love it, love it. It really helps to absorb that shine off of my skin. I'm already a pretty oily girl, so I need a product that gets that away right off the bat, because as today my skin is gonna get more oily. So it really does help to control that. It also markets that it blurs and it helps with like those fine lines. And, you know, I do think that it does that. It's just a really good base underneath my makeup. I really enjoy it. So this is kind of the start of the show unintentionally, y'all. I've had this Fenty Beauty Trio matchstick. Yeah, that's what you call it. I've had this matchstick set for a few years now. And I rarely used it. And I really used it because the shade Suede, I assumed that was supposed to be like, you know, your highlighting shade. It was just too close to my skin tone, so it never worked. However, I do use the darker shade, I think it's called Espresso, that's in this Match Trio stick. And I always use that for contouring. So, but today I'm busting it out the pack because I got the idea to kind of use it to help cover up some of my dark spots. So that's what I'm doing here. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing that. I also wanted to use this video to kind of talk to you girlies about a topic that is very popular within the makeup community. So as women, you know, I know sometimes we're busy, we have a lot of things to do, we work, we're in school, we have kids, we have boyfriends, we have husbands, we have all these things that kind of take up a lot of our time. We have to cook, we have to clean, we have to do all these things, right? But I'm here to tell y'all, you gotta make time for yourself, okay? Get up, like, you know, 20, 30 minutes early. Hey girl, do your makeup. Like, one day something in me just snapped. Like, I used to always have the excuse that I never looked together because I didn't have the time, right? I had so many things to do. I have a 3-year-old. I have to get her up. Pause. So now I'm going to go in with the Laura Mercier powder, and I'm just going to use that to kind of set that concealer that I just put on there. So yeah, I always feel like I have all these things to do that I just never have time to get myself ready. So that became a problem for me because we'll go places and I'm just like, man, like I really wish I would have gotten myself together, because now I don't want to take pictures, and now I feel like I have to take pictures with a filter on or whatever, because I mean, I'm really secure about myself. However, I know like sometimes we do appear a little bit different on camera versus how we see ourselves in person. So something snapped at me. I said, you know what? I don't care what's going on, where we're going, even if it's just up the street. Like, I'm gonna at least, you know, put on a little powder. I'm gonna do something to fix my complexion. And as a woman, you deserve that. I mean, you don't necessarily do it. Oh, let's pause again. So here's one of my new products that I'm using. So I'm just now trying this out. This is the Fenty Skin Tint Skin Blur. And this is my first time trying it. And guys, after this video, I'm sold. Now, this is a very sheer skin tint. It's not technically a foundation. It is a tint, so it's very light. And oh yeah, I forgot to show y'all. I am using the color 17, well, the shade 17 in this product. So I just go in and I blend this in with my beauty blender. And what you're gonna see me do is do this a couple of times where I apply the product and blend it. And all I'm doing is I'm just building a little coverage, especially on top of my dark marks or whatever. But yeah, girls, so back to what I was saying. So you deserve to get yourself together. I mean, yes, it might take you like a little extra time in your day. If you got to get up before you get the kids ready, or before your man wakes up, if he's napping or whatever, like, get yourself together. Like, this day we had already kind of talked about what we were going to do. And he said that he wanted to go to the mall. So while he was at the gym doing what he, you know, needed to do before we left, I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a minute. I'm going to let the baby play while I come in the bathroom and get myself together. Because, you know, it just makes you feel, you know, so good. It kind of helps build that confidence. I mean, you probably are already pretty confident. But But it just really, really, really helps with your esteem as a woman, I feel. You deserve to look your best at all times. You work hard, you get up and you take care of everyone else. You take care of yourself. You deserve to put yourself first, and you deserve to look good. You deserve to go to Ulta and look around and try out new products, which is what I'm doing here today. And of course, like we say, we don't do it for others. We do it for ourselves. So, it doesn't hurt that your man or whoever reaps the benefits of you looking good at all times either. So I just thought I'd come on here and we kind of have a little conversation about, that. I also think that doing your makeup is very therapeutic. You get to take a moment and really sit here and have time to look at yourself and just think, to yourself, and just have that moment to breathe while you're doing something that to me is very calming. This part right here where I'm just blending in, I'm just taking a moment from life and not stressing about. Now, of course, if you're on a time crunch, okay, that is kind of stressful, but you're just taking away all of the thoughts of all the things that you need to do while you're sitting in the mirror and just thinking about, okay, well, what color am I using next? What shade? How do I want to use my brush today? Do I want to use my beauty blender? Those are the types of things, you're going through that artistic process of, finding whatever materials you're going to use in this moment. And I don't know about y'all, but for me, that's very, very therapeutic. So I do think that it's also, a good thing to take this time to have for yourself, because as women, especially those of us that, have a lot on our, I don't want to say especially those of us that have a lot on our plate, even if you don't have a lot on your plate, even if you are living the soft life, you feel me? You're rich, whatever, you deserve this time to really sit here and just get yourself together. The older that I get, I do feel it is good to be put together as much as you can at all times. I like to live by the motto now, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. If I'm up and getting my face together, if I already have my hair done, if my brows are already waxed, they look clean, they're neat, whatever, I don't have to stress about, I need to get up a little bit, tomorrow so I can make my appointment and go get done. No, it's already ready. Or if my friend calls me at 4 o'clock and says, hey, let's go grab drinks or whatever, I don't have to stress and say, girl, I need another 2-3 hours to do my makeup. Look, you already there. If you need to go from a day to a night look, just go in the bathroom, put you on a little bit of eyeshadow, contour a little bit more, and boom, you out the door. I've done that plenty of times. So I do believe that it is really important to, always look your best. That's just the model that I'm going by now in life. So what y'all just saw me do was I went in with my Laura Mercier and powdered my face some. So now I'm going in with that Matchstick Trio again in the color Suede, and I guess you could say I'm highlighting. Like I said, this shade here is really close to my skin tone, so I wouldn't necessarily ever really use this as a highlighter whenever I'm doing a full face. So what I'm doing essentially is kind of highlighting, because this look is supposed to be more of a natural look, like your skin but better, kind of similar to what I did in my last video, right? Because we're not really going anywhere. We're going somewhere, we're going to the mall, but it's just the mall, so I ain't trying to be beats. I'm just trying to look my complexion is together. So I'm just going under my eyes, and I did that really to kind of help with my slight bags. I know I don't have real bags, but I kind of do. So I'm just doing that to kind of smooth that out and to kind of go over those highlighted areas just to lighten it up just a tad bit. And so yeah, that's all I'm doing. And I'm just going to keep kind of building that coverage, because to me it's it's not really light coverage, but it's kind of medium, I would think. I would say. So I'm just building it up just a little bit because it was a little too sheer for my liking at first. I wanted this to kind of show, I didn't want it to be like a full face look like I said, but I wanted those highlighted areas to kind of show so that I'm trying to give y'all like face but not face. Like, this is one of my favorite looks to do when I want to look put together, right? This here is usually way quicker than doing like a full face, because I don't have to do all of the things that require a little bit more time, such as like contouring, making sure my eyebrows are perfect, making sure that my bronzer is like, I don't have to do all of those steps in big detail because I'm keeping this very light and very natural. So I also blend this out with my beauty blender because I want it to kind of just be like, a nice little sheer coverage look. I'm not really trying to necessarily keep all of the product, and I also wanted this to be very quick, and my beauty blender helps me move very quickly through my makeup process. So that's why I'm using the beauty blender and not my brush. So yep, I'm just gonna keep blending that in until it is blended exactly how I like it. This is one of my, I think I said this already, it's one of my favorite looks to do. And y'all, when I was editing this video, going in with my Laura Mercier powder to set under those eyes. Now, quick plug real quick. So I will have a link in my bio for you guys to purchase this powder. Here's why. This is my favorite powder. This is like the only powder that I've ever used since switching over from drugstore brands to more of the high-end luxe brands. But y'all, I love it. I'm right now on my second container of my loose powder in the color Deep. And then this is my first time purchasing this shade right here. And I think this shade in particular is Honey, I believe. I know they have like three. They have one that's like white translucent, and then they have another shade that's like Honey, which is what I believe I have, and then they have the Deep shade. So I have those two, and I use that to set under my eyes. I use it to set my whole face, honestly. I use this shade to set my highlighted areas. So I'm not baking today. I'm just going in with my, what do you call that thing? Oh my God. My poof, my pouch, my poof. I think it's called a poof, y'all. I don't know what's going on with my brain today. I don't know. Anyway, so I just use that to set. I'm not baking. I'm not putting it on to wipe it off later. I just want to set. Then I go in with my favorite Morphe palette, and this is what I'm going to use to bring warmth back to my face by bronzing. And I go in with that lightest shade there. I use that shade whenever I'm doing like more natural looks, because the other shades, like, they look really similar to the one that I'm using, but it is really dark on the skin. Like, when you apply it, like, to me, if you can see how this looks on my skin, like, if you can tell, to me this looks way darker than how it looks like in the palette, which is crazy. And I love it. Like, honestly, I do. It gives me a lot of options. So that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm just putting that in. So yes, girl, get yourself together. Like, I know the time is limited, but I feel like it's worth it. I've gotten into the habit of like waking up like, okay, so for example, if I know I need at least like 2 hours to get ready for an event, I'm going to start getting ready maybe like 4 hours earlier. And I'm going to do my makeup. I'm going to make sure that I have time to do my makeup, and I'm going to adjust my time for whatever look I'm going for. So yeah, I'm going to make sure that, I have time to do me, because I do also like to make sure that, my daughter, like my whole family is together. My husband, he needs me too. So look, that's them right now. Look at them. Come to check on me, see how much longer I'm going to be. So yes, it is necessary. Now listen, you don't necessarily have to do, the full face. Sometimes I go straight to powder and I'll leave it at that. Sometimes I'll use my loose powder and just like I did in my last video. If you haven't seen it, I'll make sure I link it in here somewhere, maybe right here. I gotta figure out how to put it in, but sometimes I go straight to powder. I've tried the CC cream. I really like the CC cream that I had. I just needed a different shade in it. So I decided that, pause. going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills to do my brows, to kind of put some more color in there. So yeah, usually, like I said, I use my CC cream, but I have been looking for a skin tint. So that's why I'm saying that I'm trying something new, because I decided to purchase the Fenty Beauty Skin Blur for the first time, so that I can have something that's a little bit more everyday wearable. Something I don't have to do too much with. If I just want to slap it on and go, like if that's all I have time for, like I could do that. I can apply this stuff in the car if I need to. That was the ultimate goal. So with this particular look, I really wanted like a thick, semi-defined brows. So that's basically what I'm trying to carve out right here as much as possible without doing too much, because I didn't want my brows to look too blocky or too dark. I wanted it to be like a perfect, like, I just got my brows done, like tinted brow look. So I'm just kind of defining the edges slightly, a little, without being too harsh on the lines, just trying to follow my natural bra. Oh my gosh, I'm saying bra like my mom. My natural brow shape without, creating a whole different shape with it. So, but like I said, I did want them to look very full. So I'm kind of try to give it that illusion, if you know what I mean. And also today I was trying something for the first time. I was trying to feather out my brows. I don't usually do this because I'm not that good at it, but I went to Ulta to get my brows waxed for the very first time at the Benefit Brow Bar, and the girl that was doing my brows, her eyebrows were like literally perfect. Like they were so pretty and feathered at the beginning of the brow, like they were just perfect. And so she asked me what shape I wanted, and I said, look at my man, still trying to see how much time I got left. Like, look, this is why y'all gotta get up a little bit earlier to do this kind of stuff, okay? So I asked the girl at Ulta that was doing my brows, what shape was that? Like, look, I said, sis, however you got your brows, that's how I want my brows to look right now. And she just laughed, and she was just like, well, if you're talking about shape, we can do that, but you're gonna really get the look that I have by using brow gels and your pencil and all, just basically doing your brows. So that kind of encouraged me to try this look today. So this is another product that I'm trying out for the very first time. This is by Benefit Cosmetics. This is the lamination gel. So this is not your typical brow gel. This is to give you that lamination effect that everybody's been doing now. Now, I've never had my brows laminated. They're not laminated now at all. I've tried this product off camera before, and I've tried it on bare brows, like brows with no product on it, no brow wigs, nothing. And I like the look of it. Like, it really does set your brows. It really does lay those hairs down, and they will stick in place. And I believe that this product does advertise for 24-hour wear. And let me tell y'all, you really could have laminated brows for 24 hours, because when I went to go wipe off my makeup, like, those brows was not going anywhere. Like, that stuff was like trying to stay. Like, it is a very sticky formula. So just remember that, because you do kind of have to be careful and work pretty quick with it, because it will kind of clump up just a little bit, like if you keep messing with it too much after you've already put it on. So what I found that worked best for me is when I kind of kept going back and forth with this product to put it on, that's where you really get the laminated look from. Like, whenever you just do like one application, it kind of works more as like just a regular brow gel. But if you want the lamination effect that it's supposed to give you, I found that you kind of have to keep going in and like really laying those hairs up. Like, you gotta really keep going in that upward position to get it to look laminated. So that's why this process is taking a little bit of time, because usually when it comes to brow gels, I just kind of use it to sweep up my hairs and then I'm done. But to get the laminated effect I want, I really have to spend time with this. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I went into this very blindly. I saw it on I saw it on Ulta's website and I just added it to the cart because I was looking for a brow gel at the time. And I was like, ooh, lamination effect. Let me try that. Let me see what that's about. And I like it. It's cute. Y'all saw she's cute. So now I'm going in with a little bit of blush. I'm doing the powder under cream blush technique today. So I'm doing that. And what I find is whenever I use both the powdered and the cream brush, the powdered and the clean. Y'all, I'm a speech therapist. I don't understand like what's going on right now. When I use the powdered and the cream blush, I get more of a natural finish. Like the powdered part, like, how can I explain this? Like the blush just kind of looks like really blended out. I guess that's the best way to explain what I'm going for here. So y'all know by now, this is my favorite blush. I use this blush for pretty much like any and every look. I just kind of build it up to, how much intensity, how much color I want from the product, depending on the look I'm going for. So today, I kind of wanted it to stand out a little bit, because I did use a little bit more coverage today with the amount of skin tint that I used and the powder that I put on my face. So I built it up a little bit. So now I'm going back in with my Matchstick Trio in the color Cinnamon, and this is one of my favorite products that I've used quite a few times since I purchased this. I use it as a highlighter. Y'all, it is so pretty. It's like a golden bronzy look, Oh my goodness, I love this for like a nice little everyday shimmer, and I just blend this out with my finger. I've tried it with the brush before and that works, but honestly, you can do this with your finger. The warmth of your finger really helps to like distribute this product and to get it to melt into your skin, to give you that nice glowy look that you want. I didn't intend for this to be a glowy look today, but when I started putting on this product here, I was like, oh yeah, this is really amplifying that look to really just take it there. So I was like, let me put it kind of all over. So I applied it to my cheek, basically all the areas that I highlighted with my semi highlight shade earlier. I'm just kind of going over that with this and just blending it out with my finger. I even used it on my brow area, which I think I'm about to get to. If I could stop applying it here. I want to look crazy with this because I just love the way it looked. I really did. So I'm just using it kind of like all over my face and just blending it out as I go. This is definitely one of my favorite products by Rihanna, y'all. She did that when she made this, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. I would probably purchase this by itself, if I run out of this before the rest of my Matchstick Trio. Like, I would go out and buy this again. And so, yeah, now you see I'm just putting it under the brow area to kind of give me a little highlight under there, too. In some instances, I would, if I'm doing foundation, I would use it on my lids, too. So now I'm going in with my favorite mascara by Pat McGrath. Y'all should be used to her by now too. So just using that to darken up those lashes, give me some volume. So yeah, I'm gonna just keep applying that. So this beauty standard that I have set for myself honestly came from my grandmother. I kind of touched on this a little bit in my last video, but I can elaborate a little bit more here because we got time. I'm gonna take all day doing these lashes, okay? So one time I came home and I was getting ready to go somewhere with my husband, and I was like, I'm in my hometown. I really didn't care too much how I looked. So I was just going out there barefaced, and, she saw some of my skin issues or whatever. But even outside of that, my grandmother, she's always the type to pull herself together. She's not going to come out the house looking any type of way. So anyway, she was like, yeah, go in the room and go get yourself together or whatever. I'm like, Mimi, I don't have time for that. Like, we just finna go here. Like, we just going to see some friends. Like, I really don't care too much about this situation. Like, we're back home. Like, people don't, like, do their makeup or get dressed up or, like, things like that back here. We're from a really small country town, okay? So she was like, Kaylin, she looked at me and she said, girl, listen, you are a woman. Don't you start letting yourself go. You get yourself together and you don't come out the house looking like that. Just go put some powder on your face, girl. You don't have to do your whole full face of makeup. Just go put some powder on. You know, you just want to fix your complexion, girl. You don't have to do. And I'm like, Mimi, like, first of all, I'm like, look, calm down. But I'm like, and another person, like, you know what, Mimi? You are right. Let me get myself together. Let me stop playing. I can take 5 minutes for myself. I can just put some powder on, right? So that's where I got the idea of, like, using just, you know, my loose powder at times whenever I feel like, you know, I just need to fix my complexion a little bit. So, yeah, that really stemmed from her, honestly, my Mary Kay grandmother. I call her Mimi. So, yeah. So, as y'all can see, I am doing a lot of mascara. Whenever I don't wear lashes, I usually go in like pretty heavy on mascara. I go on my top lashes at least about 2 to 3 times before I'm done. And like I make sure that every single lash is coated. And then I go down to the bottom lashes and I make sure like every single lash is coated at least 1 or 2 times because I don't usually like that much on my bottom lashes. But now I'm going in with my all-nighter setting spray. Love this stuff. Now, y'all, I messed up. I am supposed to set my face before I do my mascara, so you don't run the risk of getting like all that mascara underneath your eyes after you do your makeup, and then you have to go wipe it off and like all that craziness. So yeah, I messed up, but I managed to like put on my setting spray with my eyes a little open, so it was okay. So now I'm going in with my NYX lip liner, and y'all, I told y'all last video I was triggered, right? So I usually like to go in with my MAC chestnut lip liner, but I could not find it. Oh my goodness. Like prior to putting this on, I looked up and down. I looked in every single purse I had. I looked all through my makeup bag. And y'all, I could not find that MAC lip liner. And my heart was hurt because that MAC lip liner, I don't want to say I barely used it. Like it still had a lot of life left in it. Okay. Like she wasn't even halfway gone. She still had a lot of life. So I was really hurt because I know I didn't just buy it, but like I haven't had it for that. I haven't used it enough for like how expensive it is. Like that lip liner is like $24, $25. Okay. So yeah, I couldn't find it, but this NYX lip liner in the shade Espresso is a really good dupe for it. So if you are looking for a good brown lip liner for brown skin tones or for any skin tones, honestly, this is a really good brown shade. It's really deep and it goes with a lot of different lip looks. I like to use this alone by itself with a little bit of gloss, and it really does a good job of carving out my lips. So now I'm going in with my NYX Butter Gloss, one of my favorite glosses. This was the shade, I believe it said Madeline. It's either Madeline or Eclair. I think it was Madeline though. This is a nice like flesh tone nude shade. And then y'all knew I was finna bust this out. I'm going in with my favorite lip gloss of all times. This is the Fenty Beauty, the Lip Luminizer, and this was the shade Fussy. I'm using this to top off that color to give me that shine. Y'all, this lip gloss, oh my God. Look at that. It speaks for itself and it lasts a long time. It doesn't look clumpy on your lips after it's over time. Like you don't have to worry about this lip gloss, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. It is my favorite. So yeah, y'all, that's the look. So that's it right now. I'm just feeling myself. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I just really wanted to come on here and talk about, why I think that you should do your makeup. If you have the time, do it, girl. Don't be afraid. Try new things, try new products, grab something when you go to the store, get you a new lip shade, whatever. Like, just pull yourself together, sis, and come outside. Thank y'all for watching. See you next time. Bye.